the best of us. So I dance the night away when nobody's awake.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you all are coming from today. Welcome to Tyra's Just Saying with Dr. Tyra. And so today I have the honor and pleasure of interviewing Shariff Blackwell. He is the founder of a nonprofit called SKILLZ. So without further ado, welcome to our platform today.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. So let's start. Tell us your story. What brought you to advocate so boldly about prostate cancer awareness?
Well, what made me get really involved in it, a lot of people in my family died from prostate.
Mhm.
My uncle was really
Mhm.
close to me, and he passed last year
Mhm.
around prostate cancer, and he was
Okay.
at stage 4. And I
Mhm.
told him that I'm going to fight
Mhm.
to try to advocate men to go to the doctors, to be able to get checked, to get an understanding of really what this prostate cancer is, what it really is. And we need to do something about it because we're not doing nothing about it. We're not fighting the way we should fight. But
Right.
once you get it, you're gonna want to fight. But sometimes it can be too late.
Right.
So my
Mhm.
goal right now is to keep pushing and keep pushing
Mhm.
for men to have a conversation with your families and go to the doctors and get your PSA check done, as well
Mhm.
as, have a conversation with your doctor. Because a lot of times our doctors don't push that on us the way they
Mhm.
should, So you gotta pull it out the doctor to pull it
Mhm.
out because if you don't do it, it's not gonna happen.
Right. And and this is and it's sad because it seems like a lot of men when they find out, they usually find out later on, like at stage 3,
Yeah.
stage 4.
Then it's
Why do
too
you
late.
think, yeah, why do you think this disease is so under discussed in our community?
Well, it's not under discuss. It's discussed, but we don't think it's going to happen to us because we're at that age.
Mhm.
It ain't going to happen to me. It ain't going to happen to me. But
Mhm.
I have found that young people is
Mhm.
catching prostate cancer.
Really?
If you do your research, it's
Mhm.
people has been catching under 40 has been catching prostate cancer,
Mhm.
and people don't understand until it hit them or hit
Mhm.
their household. Then they want to have a conversation. But because
Mhm.
of it's not pushed the way that it should be pushed, that's why it's not getting done. And then nobody's doing nothing about it for real.
Mhm.
Because it
Oh.
takes a team. It takes a team.
Mhm.
You got your doctor, you have your
Mhm.
family,
Mhm.
you got your male social group or your male clique that you can have a conversation with.
Mhm.
So if you go in the barbershop talking about everything, let's have these conversations in the barbershop. You go
Mhm.
to the bar, they laughing and joking, talking about everything, but you can have a conversation about it right there at the bar. And I
Mhm.
guarantee you, out of those 2 locations,
Mhm.
there's going to be somebody say that I had it. They go in the barbershop and have a conversation. I know somebody that had it.
Right.
So then you got the doctors.
Mhm.
Okay. Then you got your doctors. You talk to your doctor about it. Hey
Right.
doc, I'm at that age, at
Mhm.
35. Think I
Mhm.
should start getting checked. He might
Mhm.
tell you no and be like, hey, it's in my family history. It's in my
Mhm.
family history. So I think I need to start at age 35 getting tested. And then
Right.
once he might send you out to get blood work done, and then
Mhm.
you guys say, hey, I need to see a specialist. So
Mhm.
some insurance companies, you have to get a script from the doctor to see them. That's all
Mhm.
depends on what insurance you have.
Right.
So it's a starting process of a team all the way around the board. It's a team. So if you
Mhm.
have your team together,
Right.
you can fight this. We all can
Mhm.
fight this. And that meaning is coming home, having a conversation with our loved ones at the dinner table. Put
Right.
everything out there on the dinner table. Put your phones down, put your tablets down, and let's have a conversation. Talk about your day, talk about your health, because a
Mhm.
lot of us we are dying, and then we don't know why such died. What did they die from? And you
Mhm.
find out later, oh, mom died from breast cancer. Dad
Mhm.
died from prostate. Oh, dad died from being an obese. Mom died from diabetes. So
Mhm.
a lot of times we don't know. And so when you go to the doctors be asking you, um, tell me about your family history. You
Mhm.
don't know your family history, so you can't really tell your doctor about your
Mhm.
family history because you don't talk. We don't
Right.
talk in our families about it, about our health in general. So this is why we need to push this more and more
Mhm.
and more. And I think it starts with somebody like you, somebody
Mhm.
like me, and like
Mhm.
other people that's out here pushing this, really make
Mhm.
this thing happen.
Right. Yeah, and you're right. The conversations need to exist a lot more than what it is. And one thing that I love that you have done, with starting the conversation is you actually created a comic book.
Yes, yes,
And when I got it, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, look at Sharif. He is really, doing the damn thing. I love, and I love that, because when we look at comic books, and look at the history of it, I love that your book, because I'm not going you put it as a prostrate comic, but you know what is an informational guide to educate, and I love it because it's educating children as well as educating adults about
yes.
prostate cancer and making them more aware of it. What made you develop this book?
Well, because I came up with the book because remember back in the day, they used to have the fire marshal used to come to the schools back in the
Mhm.
day, and remember they used to give you a red hat and
Yes.
a book with the book with the fire alarms on it. So when
Mm-hmm.
I thought about that as a kid, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
if I can take this and make it into a comic book,
Mm-hmm.
and it can hit every school, all the schools out the world,
Mm-hmm.
high school, elementary schools, whatever, it can hit the kids' hands. And the kids take this book home
Mm-hmm.
and say, Mom, Dad, what is this? And then
Mm-hmm.
that's a start of an open conversation
Mm-hmm.
that you're going to have with your son or your daughter.
Right.
And then with the QR code on the back of them, we did the movie on it. And
Mm-hmm.
as well
Yes.
as
I saw that.
the second page is a QR code that I interviewed a nurse that works at University of Penn, who
Mm-hmm.
works in the lab of prostate. When you get men
Okay.
gets it talks she talked about
Mm-hmm.
men coming in and what she saw as a nurse working there, what she saw and
Mm-hmm.
what she witnessed. She saw a lot. So on that take, it was
Mm-hmm.
like we need to connect this. We really
Okay.
need to put both both of them together
Mm-hmm.
because that's going to start. And once that will start saving lives. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the most important part, saving a life. And how are we
Mm-hmm.
going to save a life? But
Right.
if you take this comic book home and
Mm-hmm.
you say, hey, what is this, mom? Mom can open the door by, didn't
Mm-hmm.
that grandpa die from this?
Mm-hmm.
This might happen to him. So that it is just it's a start
Right.
of a conversation. It's a
Right.
major start, and I think that that's where we need to start somewhere. It's just somewhere we got to start somewhere. And I
Right.
thought the comic book will be the one area that it can start because if I can't get to you,
Mm-hmm.
now I need your child to get to you.
I love that. And that's definitely the way through the kids.
Yes.
Because they got to do something. So, oh my goodness, I love this, and so I do love this, and so that's definitely a way of breaking barriers. At least that's a
Yeah.
start to break the barriers. So how can we as women, partners, and family members encourage the men in our lives to take their health seriously without making it feel like a lecture?
So the major thing is sitting down with your man, your son, your nephew, sitting down with them and letting them know about how serious their health is. And not only that, going to the doctors with them,
Okay.
asking them to go to the doctors, take them to the doctors. because men will feel better
Mm-hmm.
if their wives, girlfriends, or sons or daughters went to the doctors with them and they can learn more about them by going to the
Mm-hmm.
doctors.
Okay.
Because I might, when I go to the doctors, I might say this, but
Mm-hmm.
then I might need my loved one
Mm-hmm.
that go, then they might answer some questions that I might not know. So it's
Right.
always important to take someone to the
Mm-hmm.
doctors with you to let you're not alone in this.
Right.
Because a lot of men, once a man gets sick in any kind of disease or any
Mm-hmm.
kind of illness, men like
Mm-hmm.
to keep stuff in.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
but if you go with your loved one and then expose,
Mm-hmm.
then he have to expose it all the way to his rest of his family.
Right. Okay.
Because men grew up, men is so tight. Men is like, I'm tough. I don't need nobody to know my business. My business is my business.
Mm-hmm.
But we gotta get away from that. We gotta get away from that. And we gotta
Mm-hmm.
let people know what's really going on with us.
Yeah, definitely have to have those most difficult conversations that we, normally don't have with people, because that's going to be the only way people actually know what's going on,
Right.
so we definitely have to have that, and we have to start making it a part of everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing that I, one thing that I used that I, still dislike about, with when people get diagnosed with any type of terminal illness, the first thing that a lot of hospitals and doctors they don't do is they don't offer up mental health services. And like they tell these people their diagnosis and they send them on their way. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like it. And my thing is being able to, let's start, start bridging that. Let's start finding a way where when you as a physician or any kind of medical professional know that this is about to happen, have someone of readily available within these offices to help people guide them, because everybody don't have somebody to go home to. Or if they do, how am I going to go home to my 10-year-old and tell them this?
So
You,
that is why that is so important, and that is why we started. I started, my organization, Skills Group Inc., and I rebranded with Be Well, with Men Be Well, and that is
okay.
with men's health. To sit down with men, if you don't have nobody to lean on, you can call me up. We can have
Mhm.
a conversation, and I can be there for you. That's why I really want to start my own podcast so that men can reach out to me personally
Mhm.
that way, and we can have a conversation.
Mhm.
I don't have prostate cancer,
Mhm.
but I can be your shoulder to lean on and cry on. I can
Right.
pray with you. I can walk you through the journey with you. If you want to go to the doctors, I will go to the doctors with you. I will be
Mhm.
there. I will be that support system that you need if you don't have that support system. So with E9 Tabernacle Baptist Church where I go, they
Okay.
have a beautiful cancer ministry there. So with a
Okay.
lot of men who suffering from it,
Mhm.
that is in there, not only men, women as well. So we do have a major big cancer ministry at Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church that
Okay.
if you know somebody who's suffering from it, they can come there and be open. We can open them, welcome them with open arms and love
Oh,
on them and be there for them every step of the way.
I
So
think it's beautiful.
when I did the movie,
Mhm.
I interviewed a lot of them, some of the men I
Mhm.
interviewed from Enon who's suffering from
Mhm.
prostate cancer and who has prostate cancer.
Okay.
And it was like to hear their story,
Mhm.
it's like, wow,
Mhm.
that it's a lot of stuff that men go through once they get prostate cancer.
Right.
So it's a lot that it really does to your body and to your mind
Mhm.
because a lot of men, once they get it, they go to the doctors and they get it, they go
Mhm.
back home. A lot of them commit suicide
Right.
because
Mhm.
they're mental. They
Mentally.
hear that, they hear that I got cancer, I'm dead now. So a lot of them can't take it. So they
Mhm.
commit suicide. So
Mhm.
I'm coming in as, hey, bro, we got
Mhm.
you. We
Right.
got you. You're not the
Mhm.
only one. You got a shoulder. I got two big shoulders to lean on. I got you. Let's have a conversation. And
Mhm.
maybe that conversation could lead to other things that we can start doing together. We can
Right.
work out together. We can take walks together.
Mhm.
Go over your food. What are you eating? To get your mind and your body right.
Right.
How, you know, what's going on with you? When the last time you've been to the doctors? So we
Mm.
want to do what we want to know all that. And it's not, we got to get in each other's business. And it's saying that my business is my business. No, I need to be in your business. When the
Right.
last time you've been to the doctors? What did the
Mhm.
doctor say? Let me see you. Let me see your lab work. Let me see
Mhm.
this. Let me see that. And that is way of helping,
Mhm.
with you saying the women, how the women can get involved. That's one of the ways that you can get involved because
Mhm.
once that man gets affected with any kind of illness like that, if
Mhm.
you love him for him, then you're going to support him. Because if you don't, then his sex life is ruined and your relationship might be ruined because then
Mhm.
that's going to see if you love him, if you're going to love with him for him, or if you're going to love with him because of just the sexuality that he brings to the table. So
Mhm.
that plays a major part too. So you really gotta, and that's the part where the wives or the girlfriends or
Mhm.
whoever is going to be in that man's life. If you're going to be
Mhm.
here for him when he's
Mhm.
going through that trauma,
Mhm.
just like when a woman get breast cancer, that man
Mhm.
got to be there for her every step of the way if he really loves her.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, because it's definitely something that's life changing. All of it is life changing, and so is at this when we think about all of this, it's definitely imperative that we have a support system,
Yes,
in our
yes.
lives, because at the end of the day, you can't go through this alone. People do, but it's always good to have someone there to help you, manage through. And so, I'm glad you started this, with Men Be Well, the Be Well initiative, that's falling under your skills nonprofit. And so tell us what the skills mean.
So skills is supporting kids internationally with love and lessons. So
Oh.
my job, I started that to pour the love back into the kids' lives that's really missing. A lot of
Mhm,
these kids out here in this world right now are not being loved on. They
mhm,
being push away,
mhm,
and it starts with the parent. Like we
mhm.
gotta really take them phones away, take them tablets away. We need to get in these kids' business, and then we're not. We give them a
Hello.
cell phone, we give them a tablet, and get away from me. But we
Mhm,
gotta stop that. Like seriously, we really gotta get in these kids' lives. We
mhm,
need fathers to start being fathers to their sons, mothers, start
mhm,
being mothers to your daughters. They are not your friend. It's too many. We are trying to be friends with our
mhm,
kids instead of being a parent to our kids. And I
mhm,
get it. I get it. The fact of you grew up this way, you ain't gonna do this to your child. But listen, we are losing our kids on a
mhm.
daily basis.
Right,
Just like men are dying from prostate cancer, our kids out here dying from gunshot wound.
right. Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to save our child.
Yes.
We get, we say this, but once it hit our door and our doorstep, then we
Mm.
want their help. We
Right.
want their help once it hit it. But we
Mhm.
shouldn't have to wait until you hear about your son doing this or your daughter doing that. We need to be in our kids' lives, talking to our
Immediate.
kids, even talking to their friends. You
Mhm.
know, I grew up a rough life. My life ain't always been what it is. I grew up a rough life. So I know what these kids are going through because I was
Right.
one of them kids,
Mhm.
lost,
Mhm.
thought that the streets loved me, but the streets
Right.
don't love me at all. They only
Right.
love what I'm doing in the streets. And these jails out here, these jails want you. These jails would love to have you. They
Mhm.
rather have you, in jail than in these streets because they gonna get so much money off you.
I was going to say, at the end of the day, the jails is a big business,
It's the
and that's what
money.
people
It's the
don't realize.
money.
money game.
And
It's a money game and a big.
we fall short all the time. We
Mm-hmm.
fall short all the time. You know, so that's what made me start skills. And then I
Mm-hmm.
was like, you know what? I'm gonna do prostate 95. But then it was
Okay.
like, nah, we're not gonna do prostate 95 because it's other men's health
Right. It's
than
just bigger than
prostate.
that.
It's
Mm-hmm.
bigger than
It's bigger than
prostate. So
that.
let's create something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what made me came up to Men Be Well under
Mm-hmm.
Be Well Health Initiative. And that is we are trying to empowering men. Like
Mm-hmm.
we are dealing with men, brothers be well. You know what I mean? So we gotta push that into men. Like, come on, man. Come on, we need you. We need you. We need you.
Right.
So
That's good. And so I see you having a lot of programs and stuff coming up, a lot of events happening for the children,
yes.
for the youth. I know you have a book bag drive, you have a few fundraisers coming up this weekend. And I was like,
Yes.
only Shariff would come up with the crab fundraiser.
So,
His crab
I love, so I'm doing the fish fry this weekend, and as well as I'm selling crabs.
Mhm.
Um,
And what's your prices?
ha-
Because people want to know.
so
I know
the
fish fry
prices
is
is, so
$2.
I can't tell you the prices of the crabs because it go by the size of the crab. So I
Okay,
can tell you right now, it could be this price, but then we go get a couple bushels, and bushels might be $300. Bushels might
right.
all the size of the crabs. I
Yes,
know we got male crabs, we got female crabs.
right.
Saturday and Sunday, and as
Mhm.
well as we doing a fish fry. The fish
Okay.
fry is, we doing a fish fry Saturday and Sunday as well. So we're
Mhm.
trying to get book bags for the schools. We're trying to do
Okay.
3 schools. So
Okay.
we are trying to bless 3 schools. So with the support of everything we raising, is trying to go back into the school system.
Okay.
With these kids. So I know it's a lot of stuff that's going on throughout the city, but
Mhm.
I'm one of the ones that's out here pushing um
Mhm.
for these children.
You're
Not
doing
only for
great.
these kids, we accepting donations, used clothes, used
Mhm.
sneakers, used shoes, whatever
Mhm.
these kids can have. So we're trying to push that as well too.
Okay. Because I was getting ready to ask, how can people support both your work in men's health as well as the work with the children?
So I have I have an email, um, Skills Group Inc. at
Mm-hmm.
gmail.com. That is
Mm-hmm.
they can email me.
Mm-hmm.
I do have my phone numbers, 215-805-7481. That's my phone number.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Facebook under Shariff Blackwell, Skills Group
Mm-hmm.
Inc. Social media, I'm all over social media. All over. My movies on YouTube. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm out here. And I would love to partner up with other people as well so that
Okay.
we can make a difference.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So if you had one thing to leave for one thing you would like to say to the audience, especially the men, what's one thing you would like to tell them today?
Look yourself in the mirror
Mm-hmm.
and ask yourself, do you love yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can answer yourself and say, yes, I love myself, then you will go to the doctors and get checked out. You will
Okay.
go and make sure that you're going to be here for your kids and your grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are playing Russian roulette with our lives
Right.
with a loaded gun that we don't know if it's going to shoot and kill us or not. So that's what the disease of all these diseases is out here. It's going
Mm-hmm.
to kill us.
Right.
And I'll tell you this,
Mm-hmm.
13 to 14% out of 100 men out of 100 will catch prostate cancer.
Yeah. Wow,
So
that's a high percentage.
don't think that it won't happen to you. It
Right.
might not never happen to you, but out of 100,
Mm-hmm.
14% will catch it.
That's a large number. That's a large
That's a,
percentage.
it's a large.
And
And don't think it's not going to happen until until it happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got you walking around wearing a diaper, you walking
Mm-hmm.
around, you know, making sure this, making sure that. Some men is suffering that they don't really want to talk about it because it's embarrassing. I
Right.
gotta tell you, I gotta go to the bathroom, change a pad like a
Mm-hmm.
woman because I'm leaking too much.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to leave out the house because of this.
Right.
Our sex life is ruined.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this. I can't do that. You know, it does a
Mm-hmm.
lot to a man.
Right.
So you can live.
Mm-hmm.
We can live. We just got to get checked out. We definitely got to get ourselves checked. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not a death sentence. It's not a death
Right.
sentence.
Right.
So if you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I love myself. If you
Mm-hmm.
love yourself, think about your grandkids, think about your family.
Mm-hmm.
In
Love
that
yourself.
case, you don't love yourself first.
Mm-hmm. Self-love is everything.
Yes.
Self-love is one of the most important things that we need to have. And choosing yourself before everyone else is more important because at the end of the day, guess what? It's only one you. And
Yes.
choosing you is more important than anything else, you know. So I think that's an awesome message to be heard at the end of the show today. Shariff, thank you so much for joining me. If there's anything I can do to support your business, your brand, just let me know. You know, I'm always around. I'm always around these social media streets and around these streets of Philadelphia every now and then. You know, so
Yes.
anything you need, just let me know. Everyone, I want
So,
to thank y'all for
yeah, I
joining.
want to thank you too. I really thank you too. Thank you too.
Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. You are so welcome because you having a big fun weekend this weekend with everything. So
I'm gonna be cooking. It's not fun. I'm cooking. I'm gonna be cooking. Like
now
I
y'all
can use
heard
the
that
help.
he's cooking.
You
Now
want to
one thing,
come help? You said you want to come help. Come help me cook. I'm
look,
cooking crabs. I'm cooking fish. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying. So I'm
you
just
need
trying to figure
you
out a
need
way
kitchen
of
help.
how, huh?
You need kitchen help and people to come
Just back up.
bag
Just
up
come help.
and
Yes,
order.
yes, yes. Support, support. Come help. Come help. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's all for a good cause. You know, and if you don't, and if you know, and the book bag, so the event is August the 2nd. It's
Okay.
doctors in the neighborhood. So we got doctors coming out to the neighborhood. So
Okay.
we bringing doctors to the neighborhood and just gonna, you know, love on the kids as well as the book bag drive for the kids.
Hmm.
And, you know, we giving it out. But your parent come, you got to
Hmm.
bring your kids. Parents can't come and say, "Hey, I got 5 kids or my kid, my
Say that
nephew."
out
No,
loud because these
your child has
to
to be present with you in order to get a book bag. We did it. We did it before, and some people left with 5 or 6 bags. No, this year, if your child is not with you, you cannot receive a bag. And I'm
okay.
sorry. I
I like it.
apologize, but your son or
No,
your daughter have to be present with you because we're
no.
going to have doctors and nurses there that's going to look over your kids. You know, so it's
I'm
like
telling you, no,
a
don't
a
apologize.
pre. It's like a
Mhm.
um uh pre interview with the doctor
Right. Okay.
exam,
Okay.
a pre
Okay.
exam with the doctors.
Okay.
So
But
we're
here's
going to
the
be
thing.
going.
I don't want you apologizing, right, for your prerequisite for what you're doing, right? Because see, here's
Yeah,
the thing: these people run around these damn streets scamming all the time, right?
yes,
Your rules are your rules. You know what I mean? And you know, I interviewed a nonprofit last week, and I said I might as well call this Nonprofit Fridays because every Friday, the same time, I have a nonprofit on. And you know, and I had to ask, you know, I asked the woman that I interviewed about, you know, I'm like, okay, because you're helping people move, you're helping people like she's like got those like she's really doing some powerful stuff, right?
mm,
And I said, please tell me you got an application. She said, girl, I got a whole application process. They got to give ID. They got to give their, yeah, is she's like, I had to go deep because people are peopling. So never apologize for your rules. You know what I mean? Unless they can't get out. If it's a whole different situation, that's different. But you better bring paperwork and pictures if you expect to
Yeah.
get, because the thing is, people are running around, especially when it comes to the book bag drives. They come and they snatch up everything, and honestly, the stuff be sitting in their house. They don't even give it to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so your rules is your rules. Never apologize. So if you want a book bag from Mr. Blackwell, y'all make sure you bring your children. Your children's at home anyway, playing video games. Snatch them out the house. Let them get some fresh air. I don't care if it's 150 degrees outside. Come outside and get some fresh air.
For sure. Yes.
So,
So I thank you so much for everything.
oh, you're so welcome. You are so welcome. I'm so happy to see everything that's happening, with this everything flourishing to the level that it is. Cause I know, when you got started, you was like,
Yeah, because I'll be feeling the same way. That's why I got a bald head because of that. You know what I mean?
all right,
But
trying to be like the stress.
it's just the stress part of doing this.
But
It's
now it's time for you to
sometimes
implement
it
a team.
hurts. But no, sometimes it hurts though. Like honestly, it really hurts because I feel like nobody's listening. Nobody don't understand my message. I'm not pushing gunshots or
Right.
drugs or the negative. I'm pushing your health. It's so
Right.
important. But I feel like it's a harder fight when you pushing men's health than anything else.
Right.
Because it's like this brother listening. Do we
Mhm.
understand I care? Do we understand why we're doing this?
Right.
You know what I mean? So sometimes you be wanting to, I'm trying to find a white tissue or something. You be wanting to take the flag and be like, you know what? You want your own. Your kids, they ain't my kids. They on your, you know what I mean? But
Right.
I can't do that. I can't.
Right.
So I gotta look past it and, gotta keep pushing.
I know that's right. Well, you have an amazing, amazing events this weekend and the next few weeks, because I know there's a lot going on. And I do appreciate you for coming on, Tyra's Just Saying, and having this conversation with me about your two initiatives with SKILLZ as well as Be Well. I think they're great. And anything you need from Tyra's Just Saying, just let us know. We're always here. You're a friend of the show. You're always welcome to come back here and talk about anything that you have going on. Everybody, this is Shariff Blackwell, founder of SKILLZ and Be Well. We want y'all to have an amazing, amazing weekend. And for those that might be watching later on in the year, this is the summertime. So just in case y'all like, why they cooking crabs and why they have it's summer. It's summertime in the US in Philadelphia. So I want you all to have a good week. Shariff, hang on. I'm going to end our stream. Everyone take care. God bless and have an awesome and amazing weekend.
Only know I want the best of us. So bye.